Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Audrey. We live in South Carolina and it's time for our weekly food shortage update. I'm headed to Walmart, Aldi, and Sam's Club to see how things are looking for the week of Thanksgiving. My first stop was Walmart, and as soon as I walked in the door, I noticed all these empty refrigerated produce baskets. They were completely out of zucchini, squash, all bell peppers, mushrooms, and fresh herbs. All of the smaller cans of Great Value sweet corn was completely sold out. Thankfully, they had quite a bit in the other brands and in the larger cans. They were getting pretty low on the canned pasta convenience foods like macaroni and cheese and Chef Boyardee. It's not really surprising for the week of Thanksgiving and probably again for the week of Christmas that the nuts in the baking aisle were almost completely gone. I've noticed that a lot of stores have started pulling the final remaining products to the very front of the shelf to make it look like there's more than there actually is on the shelf. The cooking oil was very low at Walmart. Canned fruit and fruit cups seem to be low everywhere. Walmart was definitely no exception today. I have to admit that I don't usually purchase boxed snack cakes, but I've noticed that the last several times that I've been to Walmart, this section has been almost empty. It definitely seems convenience foods and individually packaged snacks have taken a big hit at Walmart. These empty shelves held boxes of individually packaged cookies and crackers, like what you would put in a child's lunchbox. The packaged deli meat and Lunchable section was the emptiest that I've seen it yet since the shortages began. I have to be honest, I'm really surprised by the number of empty shelves in all of the refrigerated sections at Walmart. This is the cream cheese section, which is normally completely full, and what you can't see from this picture is that the very bottom shelf that normally has the little 8-ounce boxes of cream cheese was completely empty as well. All right, let's head to Sam's Club. The fresh produce at Sam's that is not in the refrigerated area seemed to be a little low in stock, but as far as I could tell, nothing was actually missing. Now, some of their fresh, prepackaged vegetables, such as these broccoli florets in the refrigerated section, were almost gone. One bit of silver lining while I was at Sam's is their bottled water and toilet paper sections were completely stocked. This is the refrigerated bacon and sausage section. Notice how they placed this pallet of unsalted butter right amidst the meat. It was very strange, but obviously they were trying to close up a hole where a product was no longer in stock. Their eggs were running very low. I noticed that they didn't have any of their really large boxes of eggs, and they also didn't have any of their cheaper cartons available either. At first glance, this section looks great. It's totally full. But if you know what is normally in this space, you would see that this is actually about 50% coffee creamer and the other 50% is butter, cream cheese, and sour cream. There's absolutely no heavy cream or half and half. Hey, look at all of this applesauce. You would think that this section looks great, right? When I took a closer peek, what I found is they had taken all the remaining boxes, made a single layer wall, and there was nothing behind it. They had a nice variety of rice and it was all pretty well stocked today. Their powdered Parmesan cheese was really low, which I thought was kind of random. Again, it's hard to know which of these items are low just because it's cyclical. We'll see if next week there's a brand new full pallet of this powdered Parmesan cheese. There wasn't a lot of this Alfredo sauce left, and just like we've seen in the last several weeks, the pasta section was very low as well. Their canned meat section was totally full last week, so it'll be interesting to see if next week this section is restocked or if it remains low like we've seen today. Their condiments such as ketchup, mustard, salad dressing, and barbecue sauce were all running low today. You can see that they used that same method again, pulling all the remaining boxes to the front with nothing behind it. Brown sugar wasn't too bad, but you can see here on the left there were only 6 bags of all-purpose flour left. The olive oil was looking a little bit low, but it still looked better than what was left of the vegetable oil. I was happy to see that all of their spices were available and fully stocked. Next stop, Aldi. The sandwich breads and buns were looking pretty good, and there was a worker restocking as I was walking through. I know every Aldi can be a little bit different, and sometimes Aldi produce has a bad rap, but I've got to say, our location always has very impressive fresh produce. Their canned fruit section was looking better today than it has in the last several weeks, but I did notice they're no longer carrying a variety of fruit cups. All they had on the shelf was some applesauce. All of their canned meat seemed to be in stock, but most of it was pretty low. There were a lot of bare spots in the baking aisle. They were completely out of evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, mini marshmallows, and some of the nuts that you would use in holiday baking. The soup aisle was mostly ramen noodles and some of the ready-made soups up top, but all of their cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, and cream of celery were completely gone. The lunch meat and cheeses were looking on the low end of normal. Their processed meats, such as bacon and sausage, were looking better this week than they have the last several weeks. Their cream cheese section was fully stocked. I thought about running back over to Walmart and putting a sign in their cream cheese section that says, "Don't worry, head over to Aldi." They had a little bit of half and half left on the top shelf in this fridge, but most of their coffee creamer and all of their heavy cream was completely sold out. If you live in my area and haven't purchased your whole turkey yet, I think you're going to be out of luck. All they had left here at Aldi were these little turkey breasts in the freezer. One thing they were not low on: Cool Whip. Little side note, does anyone remember these little pastel melty mints? I don't know where my mother used to get them, but we had them all the time when I was a kid, and something has made me think about them recently, and I've only found one candy that compares to the taste of these mints. And that's these candy cane Hershey Kisses. These are so good. I think they are my favorite Christmas candy, and they taste just like I remember those pastel melty mints tasting. In a last-ditch effort to hopefully find some heavy cream, I ran over to Food Lion. I don't know if you have a grocery store in your area that people just don't really go to anymore, but in our area, that's Food Lion. I have found several items there that have been sold out everywhere else, but today was not one of those days. They were also completely out of heavy cream and half and half. All right, just for fun, I thought I would share our Thanksgiving menu, and I'm leaving links in the description box if you want to try any of these recipes. For our meat, we decided to go with 2 Hickory smoked turkeys this year. That way we don't have to mess with brine, basting, seasoning, and all of that. Everyone in my family gets to put in their requests for side dishes, and I'm telling you right now, none of it's healthy. My oldest daughter requested Hashbrown Casserole, and this is a copycat version of the Hashbrown Casserole from Cracker Barrel. All right, I suppose the broccoli salad is mostly healthy. This one is my very favorite. My mother-in-law is an amazing Southern cook, and she makes this really good creamy corn. We really like to have a lot of variety on our Thanksgiving side dishes. I don't care where you're from, no Thanksgiving table is complete without sweet potato casserole. I would say my least favorite of the traditional Thanksgiving side dishes is cornbread dressing, but it always ends up on the table, and I usually eat a little bit with some gravy. And no Southern meal is complete without some warm dinner rolls and soft butter. I left a link in the description to the video where I show you how to make our 3 favorite homemade bread recipes. Be sure to drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what your favorite or least favorite Thanksgiving dishes are. Also be sure to like and subscribe so you'll be notified every time I post a video. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.